What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Eddie Hearn, Anthony Joshua, and Tyson Fury. Get this. Anthony Joshua's next fight date decided as Eddie Hearn receives a mega Tyson Fury offer. Excuse me. Anthony Joshua got the job done successfully against Jermaine Franklin, as we know. And Eddie Hearn has revealed that Bob Arum called him to try and make a Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua fight happen next before declaring AJ will be back out in action in July. The Matchroom Boxing promoter was at the center of exhausting negotiations with the Gypsy Kings camp on two separate occasions before the heavyweight landscape was thrown up into the air, much to frustration of fans around the world. Okay. And this is what Eddie Hearn said. He said, we've just got to decide what type of fight we want for July, Hearn told IFL TV. Do we go straight into a massive fight now? Bob Arum phoned me the other day, which was quite a surprise. Just talking about AJ Fury, he said, what are you thinking? Okay. And I said, I don't know. We're all up for discussing the fight. I don't think there will be a significant site fee in July, but we're still willing to look at the numbers. Or if you want to wait and do it later in the year, we're up for that too. Who knows? He said, who knows? We will just have to wait and see. That's who knows what's going to happen with Usyk, with Deontay Wilder. We're going to have to see, but AJ's going to fight in July 100%. And let me counterpunch. This sounds a lot better from Eddie Hearn, okay? Because at least be honest about your uncertainty of what you're going to do with Joshua. If Joshua, needs another fight, by God, give him another fight. Give him the opportunity to learn. Give him the opportunity to gel. Give him the opportunity to be more prepared for a fight, whichever fight will come. Okay. Joshua will be back in July, which is great. I think he should fight 3 times this year. I think he should learn more from Derek James, get back in training camp, and we should see this evolution of what Derek James can do to Anthony Joshua, as we've heard so much about. Okay. And I think the expectations of Joshua were so high because of the things we heard from Derek James. We heard Derek James say stuff like, look, he's looking good. He's looking this. I have to tell him to stop. So, I think, listening to that and the counterpunching, this new style and stuff like that, we thought you're going to see this badass Joshua, this kind of, catch and shoot style Joshua that's throwing bombs after blocking punches. You know what I mean? Catch and counter type AJ that would seem very, very dangerous. But instead we seen a jab and grab ass AJ, that tried to hit you to the body every so often, then hooked you behind the neck, grabbed you behind the head, and whacked you with the other hand. So I think that's what it was. And I think they need to work on that more with AJ, right? Derek James does. So I'm glad Eddie Hearn didn't just say, hey, great, we'll go into that fight, because it's like, well, you already know that your fighter is not ready like that. So don't throw him into something just because someone calls you and wants to throw you a damn bone with a couple pieces of meat on it. You know what I mean? So, but we are hearing that Usyk may fight Deontay Wilder too. So that's a big, big fight as well. And that's a big cojones fight for Usyk, because Usyk don't have to fight Deontay Wilder. But I think it all comes down to Daniel Dubois. Now, if Daniel Dubois is still injured, I think then it would go to the next mandatory, which would be who? The IBF, Filip Hrgovic. So it's a lot that could happen. And then Hrgovic may be hungry or too hungry to accept step-aside money, And then Joe Joyce. Who says Joe Joyce wants to wait around until he gets 39? He might say to hell with that step-aside money. Give me my opportunity. I got a bone to pick with Usyk anyway because he beat me in the WSB championship tournament. So, it's a lot that could happen. But for Tyson Fury, though, we don't know what he's saying because he's not saying anything. He's on holiday right now, so we have to wait to see what his response is from AJ. Does he even want to fight AJ? But Bob Arum and Eddie Hearns, they're talking. So this massive offer, I don't know if it's a massive offer, if they're just talking about it, to be fair. He's just really asking him, hey, what are you thinking, Eddie? I don't know, Bob. It's a surprise. I'll get Eddie down pretty soon, but he's kind of a hard cat to mimic. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Eddie Hearn stating that Bob Arum contact him about a potential massive offer with Anthony Joshua versus Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.